what you see here behind me is actually a 17th century picture, which gives you an idea of how, at this time and age, the late Renaissance and the Baroque period, hunger and famine reach their peak as far as history in Italy is concerned. But in order to understand this, we must take a step back, or rather three steps back, and go to the second half of the first millennium, to the period of time that for years has been called the Dark Ages of Western history. Now, I purposefully do not use the word Middle Ages because I think it is a great mistake to call 1,000 years of history something which is in the middle. It actually divides in a lot of different ages. What I will be talking about now, I'm referring to the great crisis that occurred with the fall of the Western Roman Empire, the mixing of peoples and cultures, the crisis of production structures, the decline of agriculture, the depopulation of the countryside, the wars, the devastation, and the epidemics that followed, famines, etc., etc. I'm talking about the 5th and especially the 6th century, with the terrible Greek Gothic War in Italy that lasted 20 years between 535 and 553, and then the plague in the second part of that century. Procopius of Caesarea, the Byzantine scholar and historian, writes in his History of the Wars, describing desperate peasants in central Italy. Hunger, he says, had weakened them to such an extent that if they found a bit of grass, they threw themselves on it with greed. And he adds, they collapsed to the ground, having no strength, with astonished faces and a crazy and frightened look. The 6th century penitentials, I'm sure you all know what these are, books with a set of rules concerning the sacrament of penance, invented nota bene by Irish monks. They were very, very strict, but they do offer a long list of things that a good Christian should not touch as far as food is concerned. I'm talking about rat or insect soup. And I am sorry to say, apart from other horrific ingredients, also corpses. The question is, should we consider this situation, the 6th century situation, as something exceptional? Or should it be just the bottom line of what I would call a more, unfortunately, common trend that people rather learn to live in a situation of constant hunger? It's what the Italians call inedia. So you're not suffering from extreme hunger all the time, but you're battling day after day to get something to eat.